Sometimes we are not waiting on God, we are waiting on permission. And we've been standing at a green light, calling it being wise, while our life keeps idling. So today, let's talk about the green light, not the fake green light of approval, not the anxious green light of impulse, the real green light of alignment. Our official alignment anchor. Yellow light. Pause. Breathe. Right where I am, God is. So I ask, what's the most aligned next step? Not the most impressive one. And I move one faithful step at a time. Here is today's consequence. When you miss your green light, you call hesitation discernment, and you delay the very momentum that would mature you. Because clarity doesn't often arrive as a feeling, it arrives as a decision. And when you wait to feel ready, you can end up living in neutral for years. And not because you're lazy, because you're afraid of responsibility, afraid of being seen, afraid of making the wrong move. But God does not require you to predict the whole future. God merely asks you to take the next faithful step. In this conversation, there are two familiar characters. Character A, the permission waiter. The permission waiter is sincere, but they've confused faith with certainty. The permission waiter looks something like waiting for the perfect time, waiting for the perfect feeling, waiting for everyone to approve, over-researching so they can delay committing, calling fear wisdom and staying stalled. Character B is the green light walker. The green light walker doesn't rush. They also don't freeze. They move with integrity. The green light walker looks something like taking one step at a time without demanding guarantees, staying responsive to course correction, letting movement reveal clarity, holding responsibility without gripping control, choosing alignment over applause. And listen, beloved, the permission waiter isn't weak. They're cautious because they care. But care without courage becomes delay. Here is what missing your green light often looks like. It can look like saying, "I'm still thinking," when you're really afraid, gathering more information than you need, waiting for confidence before you begin, editing and refining instead of releasing and learning, telling yourself it has to be perfect to avoid being seen, calling it planning when it's actually procrastination, saying, "I'm praying about it," while ignoring the obvious next step. Here is our yellow light check-in. Is this actually discernment, or is it fear of being responsible for your yes? Here's the truth that steadies everything. Green light is not the absence of fear. Green light is the presence of alignment. Green light is when the next step matches your values, matches your call, matches your integrity. And sometimes green light feels quiet, not euphoric, not dramatic, just steady. The traffic light is simple. Red light means stop. Not this, not now. Yellow means pause, assess, and decide. Green means move with integrity. Green does not mean the whole road is guaranteed. Green simply means the next step is yours. I have missed so many green lights in my experience. I have waited for a feeling that never came. I have postponed a yes because I wanted certainty. And then I realized certainty was never promised. Guidance was. What changed for me was learning this. If I keep asking for more clarity, but I'm unwilling to take the step I already know, I am not waiting on God. I am waiting on comfort. And comfort is not the same as confirmation. The green light is like stepping onto a bridge in the fog. You can't see the whole span. You can't see the far shore. but you can see the next few steps. And if the bridge is sound, you don't need to see the whole thing to begin crossing. You walk the bridge one step at a time, and the view opens as you move. That is how guidance works. The pivot protocol: pause, assess, and decide. Here's how to know it's green and what to do next. Our first step is to pause. Before you move, take one breath. And not because you're unsure, but because you're becoming intentional. Step 2 is to assess. Ask 3 questions. The first, is this aligned with my values and who I am becoming? The second, is there anything in me that feels like a true red light, not just fear? And our third, what is the smallest faithful step that proves my yes? And if you like the alignment chain, use this. Premise: what am I believing? Vision: what do I really want? Purpose: why does it matter? And strategy: what is the next faithful step? Green lights show up when your premise is true, your purpose is clear, and the next step is honest. Our third step is to decide. Make one aligned decision, not 10, just one. Here are 3 options. You may choose to take the smallest step that creates movement today. You may set a date and honor it. Or maybe you tell one person your next step so that integrity has witnesses. And remember, it's not about the most dramatic step, and it's not the most impressive step. It is the next faithful step. So here is your charge for today. Stop waiting for permission at a green light. Your yellow light, beloved, is to pause, assess, and decide. And when it is green, to move. Today, maybe practice this sentence. I don't need certainty, I need integrity. If you like to journal, use the following prompt. Where is my green light? And what is the smallest faithful step that I can take today? If something in today's conversation stirred you, don't rush past that. That stirring is often the soul's way of saying, pay attention. This is your yellow light. And you don't have to navigate this alone. If you are craving clarity, if you're ready to live with purpose and you want aligned action that holds up in real life, I would love to support you. You can reach out to learn more about Life Charter or what it looks like to work with me, Babs. Just send me a message with the word yellow and tell me where you feel stuck, numb, or unsure. I will respond with the next best step and the simplest way we can walk it together. Until tomorrow, yellow light, pause, breathe. Right where I am, God is. What's the most aligned next step? Not the most impressive one. And I move, one faithful step at a time. Thank you for sharing this journey with me. I love you deeply. For in truth, we are old friends because we are one.